to the Yoga Chronicles, and today we will be diving deep into the standing asanas or postures, learning what are the fundaments of the standing postures, the different types of them like Trikonasana and Tadasana. So in order to welcome this little session with each other, let us take a deep breath in through the nose, welcoming that warm prana into your belly. And as you exhale, let go of all stress or tension from body and mind. Let's go for another breath. Deep breath in through the nose, into the belly, and also into the direction of your ribs. Really trying to fill up that space of your diaphragm, slightly opening your chest, and then exhale with your mouth, releasing, relaxing all tension, all stress. Let it be transformed. And then when you're ready, let us take a deep breath in, third one, deeper than the last two rounds. Fill up your belly, your diaphragm. Let your chest fill up and expand, opening your heart. And then exhaling, letting go of all worries, all fears, all insecurities. And then take one or two more breaths. See if you can take the longest breath of your life up till this moment right now. Make it loving, deep, and conscious. Breathing in the essence of love and freedom. Exhaling relaxation now into every part of your being, every layer of your existence, mind, body, and soul, into your muscles, cells, and organs. And then you can gently open your eyes, bring your hands at your heart center, bring yourself in Anjali Mudra. And then when you're ready, let us bow down to each other. Namaste. Then you can slowly lift up your head, raise your arms towards the sky, and then shine your light around you to all people, all animals, to the nature. And then this universal love comes back to you. Place your hand at your heart center, feeling another breath or two. And then gently opening your eyes, letting go of your arms and your hands, and finding your way up gently in any way that you feel is comfortable to you, perhaps through your fear foot, your 4-feet stand, your tabletop, or simply by leaning your whole body onto the side and then just lifting yourselves up. Take a deep breath in here now to welcome the asanas, and we will begin. So as you can see, I'm standing quite relaxed now, and we'll be getting ready for our first pose. But before we go into it, we want to discuss one of the most important aspects of standing asanas. So it is important that we know what is our Palabandha. We have many different locks or bandhas in our bodies, postural and energetic. And I think we're very aware of our Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and Jalandhara Bandha. And today we're going to be talking about Pada Bandha. Pada is the feet, and this bandha helps us to stabilize our feet to our ground. So the pressure points here are the toes, especially the big toe, and also our heels. So we're slightly grasping or cupping the earth or the ground beneath us, really creating a rooting effect, as if roots were coming out of these pressure points and then locking us, connecting us to Mother Earth. So we're going to come back on and on to this point of Palabandha at every pose that we explore. So let us start with the mother of our standing poses, the standing pose itself, Tadasana, standing like a mountain. For that, we want to bring both our feet together. Together means we have, if possible, our ankles, our knees, and our thighs all pressed and kissed against each other. If we are beginning yoga, then we can have a bit of space in between our feet so that we can slowly get used to the activation we need in this pose. So once you have all of these places, like your knees and thighs and ankles kissed together, lift up all your toes, and then one by one from the outside to the inside, let them fall back onto the ground, consciously grasping and pressuring the toes on the ground and on the heels. Now, take the energy from the ground and let it lift through your legs to your hips. That means we're activating our quads, our glutes, our hips. Then, this energy is rising further up into our upper body. Let us lift up our shoulders to our ears. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, let us circulate our shoulders back, pressing slightly the shoulder blades together and then allowing the shoulders to drop into the right position. Feel that your shoulders are trying to reach for the ground, for the earth. And now feel that your head is trying to lift up to the sky so that this energy can go through your solar plexus up to the top of the crown. And in this activation, we're going to take deep breaths in and out. We have our core slightly engaged, and we're just breathing with the universe around us, feeling this integration throughout the entire body. Every muscle group, every cell, every organ is working together to create the activation of Tadasana. Enjoy this. And even though it feels like or looks like we're not doing much, it feels like we're doing a lot when we're doing it correctly. Enjoy this unification of Tadasana, teaching us to integrate all parts of our being. Breathing in deeply, in and out. Let's take a couple of breaths together. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. I'm going to show you this position from the side. Taking deep breaths in. Having your belly engaged so that your back is not arching. Exhaling, releasing this stability and at the same time relaxation, instability throughout your entire body. Breathing in and breathing out. Wonderful. And then take a deep breath in, feeling one more time the activation going from the tip of your toes to the top of your crown. And as you exhale, relax your body, relax your shoulders, perhaps lifting up your knees one after the other, perhaps kicking your ankles, giving your hands a quick shake, coming back into a hip-wide distance and circulating your neck. Wonderful. And your hips. Wonderful. And then coming and finding your place back into the center. Releasing your arms. We are now ready for our second pose. So again, Palabandha. That is what we're going to be kneading again, as with all standing poses. We are now bringing this to the tree pose, Vrksasana. So, in order to do this, let us start in a hip-wide distance between our legs. Let us shift our weight to the left side, literally shifting our weight to the left side, and then creating Palabandha on our left feet, and then you're ready to lift up your right leg. We're going to open up the hips of the right leg, and we're going to have the option to place our feet onto the ankles where our toe is still touching the ground, and we can welcome this support when we're at the beginning of our practice. When we feel more comfortable, then feel free to raise your feet soles on the side of your calves. And when you think, no, I'm actually needing a bit more than that, then feel free to lift up with the help of your hand your foot sole against your thigh. So please choose wisely, understand your body. Then we're going to prepare the upper body. As a beginner, you can lift up your arms to shoulder length, therefore creating a point of balance through your center. Your drishti is very important. Focus on one point. Bring your attention to one point, allowing the body to integrate with the mind. Keep breathing. And when you feel you want more out of the pose and feel comfortable, lift up your arms, placing your hands together or interlocking your fingers so that you can lift your shoulders up and you're opening your chest. Keep breathing. And we're going to do this for 5 seconds today while we breathe in lovingly and deeply. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Let us release our arms, concentrating on our drishti. And then we're going to also release our leg. Give your left leg, or the leg you used, a shake. Feel the warmth that is rising up to your ankles, through your thighs, to your hips, and then spreading out all over your body. This pose is so wonderful for its effects on our mind, because all balanced poses help us to clean out the mind, to help us to concentrate, to make sure that these flow of thoughts are not so 100 at once, but one after the other in a wonderful flow like a river. So, on a physical aspect or level, we are really strengthening the ligaments, the tendons of the balancing leg, and the entire body gets strengthened in general, like the bones, the muscles. We can see a lot of work that we need to do with our left feet, the little tiny muscles changing and moving in order to support this pose. So that really helps us to strengthen the leg very nicely, the knees, the ankles. So let us try that out on our other side. So as we said, starting at a hip-wide distance, shifting our weight from center to the right, activating Palabandha, and then only lifting up the other leg, this time the left, opening up the hips and choosing wisely the ankles, the calves, or with the help of your hands, the thighs. In some really amazing styles like Ashtanga, it is well known to bring the feet in a half lotus position. If you feel that you're ready for this, you can also opt to do this today. And then lifting up your arms halfway for beginners, or full way up, interlocking your fingers, lifting your chest up, concentrating on your drishti. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, engaging your belly, and 1. Inhale, let your arms down, and exhale. Release your leg out of your position. And then we want to kick our right leg a little bit, shake the ankles out. Wonderful. Let's come back into Tadasana to neutralize and counter these poses that we just did. Activate yourself in Tadasana from the tips of your toes, from the roots to the crown, feeling the flow of energy going in the direction of the sky. Keep breathing. your eyes, relax your body. And we are now ready for our third pose for today. It's getting more exciting. We're going to go and create a shape of a triangle with our bodies. I've even heard from some of my teachers that in this pose we are marrying the lungs to the heart, as these two parts of the bodies are working so closely with each other to support the pose. So for Trikonasana, we can start in the position of Tadasana, and then we want to jump or step out to a distance of 3 to 4 feet. So you can just jump or step out, see what works for you. 3 to 4 feet is definitely not a lot of space. This is not a wide stance. We can integrate a wider stance into Trikonasana when we're much further into our practice, when our bodies feel like it needs to go in that direction. But we're going to be practicing and learning it in the right way, which is in a distance that is not too wide. All right, so our legs have the right distance, 3 to 4 feet. After that, we're going to start from the right side. So let us just shift our right leg outside. When we shift, we can even lift up the toes and then placing, already activating Palabandha. Wonderful. The back leg is slightly turned inwards, really slightly, maybe about 35 to 45 degree in the angle. And another thing that's very important is that we see that the heels of our front leg, or the leg that's turned outside, is in line with the center of your other feet. When you have that, everything is perfect. All right, so we really want to activate and root down our legs to a point that our upper body can move without any stress or change to the lower body. So I moved just a little bit. Exactly. We're going to try to stabilize the legs really strongly onto our mats and onto the ground. All right, the hips face the center. For beginners, it is possible that our hip is starting to rotate towards the front. However, if your body does that as a beginner, don't try to stop it. As you are coming deeper into your practice, know that we want to keep our hips in the center. Wonderful. And then with that activation, we're going to lift up our arms till shoulder length. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to extend our body to the right, and as the weight shifts to the right side, we're ready to drop down our right arm to our calves, to our ankles, or to the outer edge of the mat, outer edge of your feet with your fingertips or your hand. When we're coming into the Trikonasana, there are a few elements that are very, very important. We have our pressure on the outer edge of the back leg, so we're kind of like stretching out the mat to that side. And here we also have a lot of pressure on our toes, on our heels. We want to keep our chest open and shoulder in line with each other. I'm going to bend my arm quickly to show sometimes what happens. We tend to bring our shoulders down. We want to avoid this at all costs. So if you feel a block in the shoulders, you can hold your hips, or you can start to circulate your arms till you feel you are ready to open up and straighten out. Keep your shoulders in a straight line with each other. And if you feel that's too deep, then, like I said, you can have your arms higher up. Perfect. Looking at the top, looking at your left hand, or to be more specific, your left thumb, and just keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to look down, then we're going to push with our feet, lifting up our arms, and then only lifting up the upper body. The legs still stay the same. Wonderful. Let's relax our arms for a moment. Let's bend our right leg to bounce back in position. Well, that had a little bit of compression, or it had a lot of pressure on it, let's say. And so we want to kind of give it this bounce effect to come back. All right, now we want to try this out on the other side. So let's just turn our left leg out. See that our heels are in line with the center of our other feet. Our back leg is slightly turned inwards. Wonderful. Our hips are centered. Our legs are very strong. Also in Trikonasana, we have so amazing benefits like relieving stress, already working on our abdominal region, enhancing digestion, really strengthening the muscles, the coordination, the joints of our legs. All right, so we're gonna lift up our arms again till shoulder length. We have Palabandha activated. We're stretching out with our right outer edge of the feet, the mat to the right side. And we're also pulling out the mat with Palabandha to the front side. So as if you could tear your mat out. Take a deep breath in here. Hips centered. And as you come then onto the left side, prepare to exhale. Bring your weight down. Keep your hips open. See what position works for you. The importance here is to keep your chest open. Keep your hips centered. Lifting up your arms. If you need to circulate your arms to open up and go through any blockages, then feel free to do that. Or feel free to simply hold your hips. That way you can even help and feel how your hips need to be centered. When you do reach the mat, you can place your fingertips or your hand on the outer edge of your feet. Look up at your right hand. Keep breathing. Right thumb, to be specific, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Take a deep inhale, look down, and as you exhale, push with your feet. Lift up your arms, and then you can raise up your body. Wonderful. Relax your arms, bounce back into a neutral position. Keep breathing. 1 or 2 breaths to just energize your body. And as you breathe, we can start to move ourselves back inwards by using our toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, Tadasana. We're going to take a deep breath in and out here. With our inhale, we're going to welcome in new energy. And with our exhale, we're going to spread this energy all over our bodies. Wonderful. So opening up your eyes, we are now ready for our 4th pose, I believe. So we had Trikonasana. We're going to twist things up and go for Parsva Trikonasana. From Tadasana, we're going to start. We can bend and bounce out again, because this is Trikonasana, to 3 to 4 feet. Wonderful. All right. So we're going to start this. I feel like that's the safest way for beginners, through a Trikonasana, or just a more coordinated version. So we want to just twist out or turn out our right leg as we did in preparation for Trikonasana. We're going to stabilize and root the legs, activate Palabandha, activate the outer edge of our left feet. We're going to lift up our arms. All right. And this time, we're definitely going to be creating a turning of the hips. So first our hips are centered, and then what we want to do is just turn our hips to the side of the front leg. Perfect. And then see that your back leg is slightly turned inwards, that your navel is engaged. Perfect. That your legs are stabilized. And our goal is then to twist even further, bringing our right arm at the back and our left arm in front. Wonderful. And now with an inhale, let us slightly extend forward. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our left hand to our right shin, the opposite leg, or our right ankle. And then we're going to lift up our right arm all the way up through. It's very important again to keep our chest open and release the shoulders of any blocks. You can circulate your arms and then open the shoulders, opening your chest. Look up at your right hand and keep breathing. 5. Micro bend your knees as a beginner when this feels like too much pressure on your right leg. 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Look down. Let's come step by step back. First, we bring the right arm back, left arm front. Then we're going to come to twist at the center. Wonderful. And then we're going to bring our bodies in the position of Trikonasana. Deep breath in, releasing your arms. And as you exhale, switch around in preparation for the other side. Wonderful. So again, your left heel in line with the center of your right feet. Palabandha activated, outer edge activated, feeling like you're stretching out the mat. And then lifting up your arms till halfway. Wonderful. So as we said, we want to first turn our body in the direction of our front leg. Then we want to twist further till we can bring our right arm to the front. Your back leg is slightly turned inwards. Take an inhale and then shift your weight forwards. And as you exhale, release your right hand on your thighs, on your shin. It's very, very useful to use a block for positions like this. So instead of having to create that much pressure on you for the first time, just simply grab onto your block and then lifting up your left arm, releasing any pressure. Keep breathing and twisting. Look up at your left hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking down and coming back now, step by step. Inhaling, lifting up your body. Your right arm is front, left is at the back. And then turning your body first back to the side of your front leg. And then centering your hips, coming back in the position ready for Trikonasana. Perfect. Straighten out both your legs. And then we're going to go heels, toes, back into Tadasana. Closing our eyes and taking deep breaths in and out. Wonderful. So with Trikonasana and with Parsva Trikonasana, the block can be very, very useful. I mentioned that we could grab onto our thighs or to our calves. However, when we just place a block in line with our arms or our shoulders, then we have the ability to really concentrate on parts that we feel comfortable with while not putting so much pressure on us. So on the twists and on your regular Trikonasanas, feel that your block can be a really, really good friend. All right, so let us now prepare for the last 2 poses for today in our standing series. So there's a list, the series is unstoppable. We can go on and on, but today we're going to focus on 6 poses. All right, so the next pose is also in relation to a Konasana, so an angle pose. So what we want to do is a Uthhitha Konasana. And for this pose, we are allowed to open up our legs wider than 3 to 4 feet. We can go as wide as 4 to 5 feet. So starting in our Tadasana, let us just neutralize the body, prepare it for the next pose. Activate, shoulders reaching the earth, head reaching for the sky, chest lifting up, belly engaged. Deep breath in. Wonderful. And then opening up your eyes, we're going to bend and bounce out, as we said, wider this time into a distance of 4 to 5 feet. So bend, bounce, and out. Wonderful. So we do have certain elements of Trikonasana still present, like the back leg really pushing with the outer edge. The element of stretching out the mat is still there. The front leg is pointed out with Palabandha activated. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to open up our right leg nicely. And then we're going to slightly bring our back leg inwards. And then we want to bend our right leg with a 90-degree angle when possible. So our thighs are parallel to your mat, as good as possible. When you feel like you can't bend into the 90 degrees, then please keep this bend a lot lower. Also for this pose, I'm going to be giving you possibilities with using your block. All right, so we're gonna bend into 90 degrees or as close to that as possible. We're gonna keep our hips centered and open up our arms till halfway. Wonderful. And then see that your knees are in line with your ankles. They shouldn't be that your ankles are further than your hips. Create a bone stacking. Open up your arms till shoulder length. Inhale, extending your body outwards. And exhale, releasing your right hand onto the ground, keeping your shoulder open, chest open, and then let us diagonally strengthen and stretch out our left arm to the right side, opening the whole left part of the body. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Straighten out your left arm. Push with the ground with your feet. Lift up your arms and then bounce back out into position. Wonderful. We're going to turn our leg back. If you stretched out the mat a bit too much, then you can lower the distance. And now we're going to go for our other side. All right. So, again, we're going to bend our left leg. We're going to open up our arms till shoulder length, 90-degree angle as much as possible. And then extending our bodies with an inhale, exhaling, releasing our arms. So either we don't go all the way down, we see how much our body can suspend here, or we just bring a block and place our hands on the block so we can really open our hips to the center, open our shoulders, and then maybe circulate so we can diagonally stretch and open up the whole now right side of the body. Try to create a line through every joint connecting this right side, stretching out your mat. Keep breathing. Oops. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, look down. Stabilize your feet, push the ground, lifting up your arms, lifting up your upper body, and then bouncing back, releasing your arms. Let's go for heels, toes, and back into Tadasana. Wonderful. Keep breathing. Closing your eyes and taking a moment here to neutralize the body. So we've just got one more pose in front of us, and from these beautiful series of Trikonasana, we're going to move into our warrior or Virabhadrasana series. So today we're going to explore Virabhadrasana 2. We've actually just practiced it while trying to get into one of our poses, so it'll just be like a little deja vu for us. We're going to start in Tadasana, truly activating it, shoulders reaching the earth, head reaching the sky, body activated. Take a deep breath in here. And then exhaling and releasing. All right. So we're going to bounce and jump out for warrior around 4 feet. So it's not too small and also not too wide. Bounce out into position. And then we're going to turn out our front leg, or the right leg for starters, pointing it out, activating Palabandha. And we're also going to be turning in our back leg. This time a little deeper than we did in Trikonasana. Wonderful. And then we're going to be bending our right leg, trying to create a 90-degree here with our thighs and our calves, that the thighs are parallel. We're going to center our hips, then we're going to lift up our arms, really stretching out the mat. Keep breathing here, looking at your right hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Bounce and stretch out your leg. Release your hands. Turn your right leg front. And then we're going to shift our position to the other side. So left leg pointing outwards, right leg slightly inwards. Our distance, so it should be like 4 to 5 feet, let's say, that you can truly make this leg. When it's too small, you can't make it really parallel to the mat. And then center your hips, lifting up your arms till shoulder length, looking at your left hand, belly engaged. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Bounce back. Straighten both your legs, heels, toes, slowly also bringing your hands and your legs back in Tadasana. Perfect. In Tadasana, we want to take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Wonderful. Make hip-wide distance between your legs. Create a deep inhale and lift up your body. Really stretching your shoulders up, and as you exhale, allow your body to swing down, and then let your arms swing in this position as you thrust your body down again. Inhale, lift up your arms, opening up the chest, and exhale, let your body fall. Swinging your arms one more time. Inhale, lift up, opening the chest, and exhale, let your body swing down. Wonderful. And then as your arms come back to stillness, you can slowly stretch out your legs as best as you can. Grab your elbows with your hands from opposite directions and allow your body to swing from side to side. Micro bend your knees as you hear the command from your body to do that. And then slowly come to stillness. Release your hands. Allow your hands to come underneath your shoulders. Lift up your heels to bend your knees. And then one after the other, bring your knees under your hips, your hands under your shoulders in tabletop. Relax your feet. As you inhale, let us push down our belly and lift up our neck and our head in the cow position. And as you exhale, round your back, bring your chin to chest in the cat position. One more time, inhaling and exhaling back into cat position. And from this cat position, we're going to simply neutralize the back and allow our body to drop down into child's pose, allowing the fingers to walk a little bit further to create a light stretch for your shoulders and for your spine. Keep breathing here. And then bring your chin to your chest, vertebrae for vertebrae. Lift up your body. And we're gonna lie down in Shavasana so that we can really take in and soak in all that we've learned today and neutralize our posture. Try to feel these standing asanas in your body and in your mind. Feel connected and rooted to Mother Earth. Tell yourself, I am in the present moment, here and now. I am in the present moment, here and now. I'm in the present moment, here and now. And then we're going to bend our legs gently with our heels underneath our knees. We're going to lift the arms till halfway, and as we inhale, we're going to let our legs gently down on the right side, and we're going to look to the left side. And then again with an inhale, come back to center, drop down to the left side, and look to the right side. And then with your next inhale, come back to center. Bring your knees to your chest, your forehead to your knees. Hold 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Lift up your legs and bounce back into a seated position. We're just going to review quickly what we did. We had 6 beautiful standing postures, out of which one of them was also a balancing posture. So we are generally in all these poses creating a lot of leg strength in the muscles, in the ligaments, in the tiny muscles in the feet, to the activation of Palabandha, through trying to balance. The balance poses are giving us a really good effect on our concentration, our ability to stay in the present moment, also to believe in ourselves and to get this one pointed nature of focus. All right, and then all these Trikonasanas with twists involved not only have a good effect on our legs, but our digestive system. Twists are great for enhancing that, making sure that the glands are producing the right hormones. And we also had a lot of opening in the Trikonasana. So every time we say we don't want to crunch ourselves, we want to open and keep the shoulders in line. And there we're able to really experience this shoulder opening, the removal of blockages in these areas. So it's important that once you start practicing with this video, you also know the role of the blocks, as we would be using in Trikonasana or Parsva Trikonasana, the twist even more, since there's more pressure created through this twisting. And also in Uthhitha Konasana, it's very useful as it's such a deep diagonal stretch and creating pressure. For beginners, it's really great that we can place it on the ground and then use that support to truly learn the right alignment, because sometimes if we go deeper than we're meant to, we learn wrong alignments. So I hope that you have a lot of fun practicing. Remember to neutralize and counter your body as per video, and if you also know of ways that your body likes to move after this, then it's wonderful. Just allow all that in. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to love and appreciate your body. Allow it to integrate with your soul and your mind. Namaste.